the third episode of Knitrepreneurs. I'm solo today, as you can see. Jess isn't here. She's got some preparation to do for the Absolute Purler weekend. But I thought it was still a good opportunity to touch base with you and let you know what's up in the world of the knitting business and the business of knitting. So I've got a few updates. Firstly, I'm teaching a vegan knitting workshop on, I think it's the 5th of November coming up, and there's still plenty of tickets, so get involved in that. It's not knitting with acrylic. Someone asked me that the other day. What's different? Is it just knitting with acrylic? No, it's knitting with plant fibers. No animal products though, so no wool, no silk, no alpaca, no yak, but there is plenty of beautiful natural fibers that we'll be exploring. You'll get a little bento box and with 4 different types of yarn, including seaweed, so that's going to be a lot of fun. And of course we'll be refreshed with the beautiful treats that Joy of Flora is cooking up for us. Other excitement is I've got a couple of Christmas classes coming in November and December, so that will be released soon. If you're on my mailing list, you'll hear about that first, and then it will also go up on my Instagram and Facebook. There's also some other really exciting news that has just happened. I've just booked my flights to head to regional New South Wales, and we'll be teaching some classes at Grumpy Ginger Yarn Company. So I'm really excited about that. More information about that to come. There's really strictly limited places. Alicia's got a beautiful store, but only a very small teaching and learning space, which is great for those of you who are lucky enough to bag a ticket. But it's going to be quite exclusive. There will be a social knit night though, and that might be a chance for us to get to know each other if you're in regional New South Wales. Other excitement, other news, of course, like the rest of you, and look away if you don't want to see a spoiler for Clue 1, though I kind of feel like it's a bit late to be seeing spoilers because tonight Clue 2 drops. But yeah, so this is my MCAL as it's progressing. I haven't done the little march up and twisting all those loops, but it's coming along. I've probably got another 6 repeats to do. It's taking forever, but I've had a lot on my plate, so I haven't had a chance to complete Clue 1 yet. I'm sure there's many of you who are in the same boat, but I'm hoping to get a bit of knitting done this evening before I start on Clue 2. Another show and tell, a book. We always like to share a book on the Knitrepreneurs. So I went looking at Dimmicks, which is a new bookshop. It's only opened in the last couple of months in Rundle in Adelaide. For a long time, the Regency theatre was abandoned, and it's so great to see that Dimmicks have taken over the space and turned it into a really luxurious, beautiful bookshop, including books like this. So this one comes from the National Library of Victoria, and it's got amazing projects in here. So it's got like a vintage pattern, and then it's been reimagined for a modern audience. A lot of them are still vintage sizes. I have to complain about that many of them I won't be able to knit because they're not in modern sizing. They're really for size 8 to 10, but still very inspired by the kinds of things that are in here, including stuff about let me see if I can find an example for you, and I can see that this is back to front, but there's things like yarn bombing, knitting for a cause, the revival of knitting, things like that. So it's more than just a pattern book. It's actually talking about the history of knitting over the past 100 years or so, 80 years or so. So that's another little share there. And obviously we usually finish with a chicken of wisdom quote. I've got no chicken of wisdom, but I do have a Llama of Truth. So my sister knits origami, and she made this little llama for me ages ago. It's even got like a little rug on its back. Super cute. So I thought maybe rather than Chicken of Wisdom, Llama of Truth can share something with us today. So Llama of Truth says, people are like houseplants. They need water, filtered sun, and to be left alone sometimes. So thanks, Llama of Truth. And next week we'll have Jess back, and we'll have the Chicken of Wisdom sharing her pearls. Thank you so much for joining me today for this very brief update, but look forward to chatting with you more